how you doing? It's Rick, it's NJP in here. I'm working on the layout here tonight in the train room, as you can see. Look, you can tell. And yes, it's two hands and a voice. That's all you're going to see tonight. I'm going to light this thing up a little bit. I've been working on it a little. As you can see, I've got a few street lights already planted in here. And thought I'd just go through how it is exactly I do this. I got the wire all wound up on this, but I'm going to unwind it because I'm going to be putting it through a very small hole. I first have to drill a hole just big enough for this light post to go through quite snugly, actually, which I did over here. And these are pretty decorative little posts. I like them. They got little signs on them and little banners. Kind of like them. So anyway, I've got the drill set up. I've already got the marks pre-marked on here. I got one here and one here. They're equally distanced apart. So first thing to do is let's get the. I didn't have the drill bit out quite far enough on the last one, so I'm going to pull it out just a little bit more. And as you can see, it's a very, very small drill bit in there. And hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing here. I find my little mark someplace in there, somewhere, somehow. There, you guys see it? I don't. Actually, I do. It's right there. Just off the road. And no, the road is not glued down yet. I've got to get the... I still have the little gaff tape, blue gaff tape, holding it down. So let's get this hole drilled in here. Going to work it back and forth a little bit because this drill bit is slightly smaller than what I need for the light post, but the next size up was too big, so this is what I have to live with. This is the fun part here, threading these little tiny wires through that itty bitty hole. Just kind of twist them up together a little bit, and hopefully they'll go through. The last ones went through pretty easily, so find a little thing there. It's actually very hard to find that, so I'm going to take this pen, kind of enlarge it just a little bit, work with it. There we go. Picked out a couple pieces of the cork bed that I have in there, and down through. If I get one to go through, the other one should follow, right? Maybe. Lighting up a layout can be a little bit tedious, but I'll tell you what, the results are pretty stunning when they work right. There we go. Got the wire through, and I'm pulling it through with my other hand underneath. Make sure you get both wires pulled through the same. And now we get to do a little bit of force fitting here. Make sure we're not pinching the wires, obviously. And there we go. It's down in there. I don't know if you guys heard it seat itself. I was probably talking when it did that, but there it is. Another street light done. Mounted and ready to go. Not wired up yet, but it is in. All right. So we've got one more light I want to put in for the little downtown type area. So that one is marked off right here, and it just happened to be right where the crack in the road is. So that one's not going to be difficult to locate. Very good and strong, or good and tight. And pop that in. Just like that. All right. The downtown area is now lit up. I think maybe one or two more lights in here is all it's going to take, but I'll tell you what, why don't we get these wired up and see what they look like in the dark. All right. Well, as you can see, I've got the controller here hooked up, and I've got just all kinds of wires hooked up to it. And why? Just want to kind of demonstrate what we got going on here, but believe it or not, I've not even tested this yet. Just wanted to get this on film, and well, let's turn on the power supply over here, and this lights up. We're at 3.0 volts, which is where I want to be because there's 3-volt LEDs. Now, when I push this button right here, the neighborhood lights over here should come on. You can see where I'm pointing over here. These neighborhood lights should come on, and they do. How about that? All right, now this button right here should make these 3 street lights right in front turn on. So, voila. Now I also have it wired up so this last switch over here on this side will make this building light up that you can almost see. It's just off camera. Let's see if I can adjust the little camera just a little bit. There we go. And bingo. All right. You know what? This looks pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and shut off the lights in the room here and see what it actually looks like for a dark shot. I don't know how the cameras are going to pick this up, but we'll give it a try and see. Let me sneak over and turn. Whoops. One light doesn't want to stay turned off. There we go. Turn off the room light over here, and that actually looks pretty darn cool. The only light in here right now is from these LEDs. That is the only light we're seeing in here, and it is lighting up quite well, I think. I'm quite satisfied with it. So, says nighttime's good nighttime for the building. We'll just turn the light off, and wow. That adds a whole new perspective to this layout. I really, really am impressed by that. So, turn on a couple more lights here and sign off. I'm running out of film on the cameras here, so we got to get this going. Of course, I'm always up against the wall on film, but yeah, I'm happy. Turn the lights off. Everything worked out the way that it should. And I know I was talking to you guys from across the room, and I apologize for that. This is not going to be like this. It's going to get all properly wired in eventually, and I'm going to mount it up on the face board here of the layout some way, somehow, and call it good. But yeah, we have lit up the little layout here, and there's going to be a couple more lights put in here and there, so stick around for that if you dare. For now, I'm going to sign off and say thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you again with my two hands and a voice here on the NJP network. Cutting off the power supply here because this was definitely a success. So, talk again real soon. And of course, as always, until we talk again, whatever it is in life you do, keep on doing what it is you do.